I feel like making some money, so we came here to the equipment auction where one man's trash can absolutely be another man's treasure. Now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know I buy and sell a whole lot of stuff, and if you've known me for even longer than that, you've known for about the last 15 years I've been buying and selling a whole lot of stuff from equipment auctions, and it's been a major source of income for me. So today, we're gonna see what they got here, what there might be to flip and make a profit on, and somebody in trouble, somebody hurt, or somebody on fire? Somebody's hurt. That sucks. Well, today we're gonna go through the equipment, see what they have here, see what we might be able to make a profit on, and while we do, I'm gonna go through my 3 rules for making money at the equipment auction. Number 1 being the one I have the most trouble with, and number 3 being the most important. But we're gonna put a little twist on this that David doesn't know about yet. So, you've seen me buy and sell some stuff at the equipment and all.
Yeah.
Making some extra side money.
Yeah.
And you're a college kid who could use some extra side money.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you a $1,000 budget to buy anything at this auction, and then we'll pick it up, we'll go through, we'll do what we gotta do to sell it, and whatever you make off of it, you get to keep.
Really?
Yes.
That's a lot of pressure.
Well, I'm gonna buy stuff too, so you're
Okay.
competing with me, but
Okay.
but you got a $1,000 budget, anything in here, so you get to go
Yeah.
through as well, see what you think, what you might be able to profit on, and what we can do with it.
Got it.
And then we'll see how you do.
Yep.
All right, let's go. Okay, so now that the pressure's on, where do you want to start?
Oh, I have no clue.
You want to know a good way to start?
Yeah.
The beginning.
Yeah, let's start at the beginning.
So we're at the beginning, and here's the problem with the beginning. We don't know what the beginning is. We're trying to figure out, I think these are, it's a tail light, like a rack on the back and some tires, a roof. These are like a golf cart or some sort of utility cart. Drum brakes. They come with free ratchet straps. Does anybody know what that says? Could tell us what this is. They do have another Chariot. I really want to buy one of these for Riley. It's an electric Chariot that you can drive. But that brings me to my first rule of equipment auctions, the one I have the most trouble with and I almost never follow. When you're trying to figure out what to buy, don't look specifically at stuff you're interested in. Because just because you like something doesn't mean people who are out buying things.
Yeah.
It's not what you want to buy, it's what you think you can sell.
Mm-hmm.
I am horrible for being like, ooh, I like that, I should buy that, but then I just want to keep it.
Yeah.
That's how I've ended up with a lot of stuff I have. So to make money, it could be stuff you're interested in because it's something you're knowledgeable about. You might be able to find the deals and spot the deals a little better, but don't limit yourself to stuff you're interested in. Look at stuff you think you can sell. So that's a big thing. Well, you're looking at what's around and what you might want to spend your $1,000 on, which could be multiple things, by the way. Not so much what you're interested in, but what you think you
Other
can
people
sell.
are interested in.
Yeah. Like this, I really want to buy one of these for Riley. You think I'd ever be able to sell this?
No.
Exactly. Especially this one has been sitting out for a while. It's all faded and, or that's the covering. Oh, it's sticky.
Dude,
Now my
buy it.
fingers are sticking together. Yeah, let's skip this. Sorry, Riley. There's always a good market for telehandlers out there, but they almost never go cheap.
Yeah.
And if they do, there's probably a good reason. So these are very rarely a good flip, in my experience. These sometimes go nice and cheap, but they're kind of meant to be paired with a truck. And if you don't have the truck, it's kind of a goofy forklift to have, but they do go pretty cheap sometimes. Now here's something that catches my eye, because it's an old classic Kawasaki. And if it's a legit old classic Kawasaki, there's people out here who are really into this stuff. And the general auction audience is not the market for these things.
Yeah.
So at an auction like this, where it's an equipment auction, something like this that's kind of out of the blue, oddball, can go pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty cheap price. And then you market it to the customer who's into this sort of thing, and there's actually some money to be made there. So right here, this is a legit classic 1977 Kawasaki. Then we gotta find out, does it run? Are you doing market research?
Yeah.
You're on to rule number 2. Do your homework.
Yeah.
Which these days with Google, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, eBay has been made so much easier to determine market values on stuff. So 77 Kawasaki KE 125. Easy to Google and look up, see what they're going for, but then the question is, what's the running condition?
Yeah.
Because we can't really take it on a test ride.
Yeah.
But something like that, that's an oddball for the type of market we're in, is something to keep your eye on. This thing, on the other hand, I have tried to buy this particular machine twice now. Got snaked out of it both times. This, you know how cool this thing would be with a big old wrecker bed on the back instead of that? I actually, what I was trying to buy it for, I had a job for the Great All, doing a big brush cleanup job. And it was gonna be the Great All going around, picking up all the brush, loading this with some sides on it, and this could take it out across the field where they're dumping instead of having to go out and down the road and all the way over. So it will work great for that. That's why I tried to buy it the first time. And I thought if that job could pay for it, either sell it and profit or put a big old wrecker bed on it. If I remember right, this has a cracked flange back here, which yes it does. Don't crawl under. That's not safe. We'll put the camera under. See, I'm still out here, but you could see the cracks, and it's on both sides. But that's a very common thing on these machines, is for that rear flange to crack, because once they go to tilt their bed, all the weight gets put back behind that and it just flexes on that plate. Very common, very easy fix. That's not something I would worry about on these track condition thing to worry about, because those get expensive. But yeah, I tried to buy this thing twice, got snaked out of it, which basically just means I was too cheap and someone outbid me. Now man lifts, some of these will go really cheap at auctions, like amazingly cheap. There's usually some deals to be had in man lifts. Some will go way up, some will go way low, but I think all of these are gonna go outside of your $1,000 budget.
Yeah.
So there's some oddball stuff in here that's like, this is something I would keep your eye on. Because that right there, shoot, it's got $1,000 in leads on it. But this right here is something that could go really cheap, and you can make a nice little flip on. This is a perfect thing to throw on Marketplace and sell to a rancher or someone wanting to start up a little welding business, especially since it's got the leads. We got anything in here? No. But there's your toolbox for all your gear. Oh, it's got a torch reel on it as well. That's not cheap. That's something to, yeah, mount your torch bottles. They hook straight in. You got a torch reel. There's a lot of value just in this. So we come over here. Totally dead battery, which is to be expected in an auction. So we don't know if that runs. And even if it runs, we don't know that the actual generator works and welds. So what you got to figure the value of this thing is the leads, hose reels, and the trailer. So you got to figure out what those are worth, and then you want to back yourself down from there for profit.
Yep.
And that's the most you'd want to pay, because you don't know that that runs. So basically you're buying it, forgetting about that, and if that does run and weld, bonus.
Yep.
And keep in mind you need a new hitch, because that's missing all the hitch parts, and that's super sketchy. But if the welder works, you have a welder to weld a new hitch onto it.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna break rule number 1 again, because we're gonna look at trucks, because I like trucks.
Yeah.
It's not the best thing to be buying and selling, especially like titled items is a problem, because you remember titled items, you have to register.
Yep.
You do all that, so that's time and all that in order to when you purchase it, you got to get it registered, titled to you before you can sell it. You do that so many times before DMV's on you about like, where's your dealer's license. So titled items are tough to buy and sell, and you can only do so many a year. I think I'm capped out every year by like January. So, but I like trucks, so we're gonna look at trucks. Last time I was here, we found some treasures inside of these things. This time the trucks actually look a whole lot better. Yeah, this doesn't look bad at all. Throw a new mattress in here, clean this thing up. Granted, it's international, so we make sure it's not a max force. But this is actually in pretty decent shape. How many miles are on this thing? What's your guess?
250,000.
877.
Way off.
Yeah. Fired right up. And the air conditioner's already blowing cold.
It is.
This thing ain't so bad.
Check engine light.
Well, we don't worry about check engine lights. I should have brought my computer so I could plug in and see what's wrong with them. Fan works. How do you shut that up? Hey, the seats are even company colors.
Yeah.
We got nice, short little wheelbase Peterbilt here. And an even shorter Cascade over there. This has got 2-line wet kit on it. So this could run like a Landau trailer, beaver tail, run the true hitch. Imagine this short little truck with a true hitch, you could get stuff in and out of anywhere. 3/8 frame on it, so that's good. What do we got going in here? Woo. Nice seats. Miles, what's your guess?
750.
294. You're opposite. Yeah. Full lockers, 3/8 frame, wet kit, less than 300,000 miles. This might be a good setup right here. David, this is what I need.
Need? For what?
Why do you sound like my wife? This is what I need. Private RV, not for hire. I do a lot of running around the country where I don't need my semis, but I want bigger than my pickup to do the towing. For like going wheeling, hauling stuff around, and like work stuff, we take the semis. This, taillights on? We gotta check this thing out. Oh, this is it, David. Somebody left the lights on. Rule number 1, AC work. Oh, we're in reverse. Oh, yeah. That sounds very pre-emissions motor to me. AC on. We're building up air. Come hop in and check this thing out. Look, it's got the dinette sleeper. So upper bunk, dinette down here, the big fridge. Why don't you come out? I'll be gentle, I don't want to break my new truck. Oh, there's even a microwave in here. That one don't open either. Microwave, shelving. It's got a mirror. How's it going, everybody?
Vapor.
What's this say? Oh, they left a note. I love that. Oh, even the AC's kicking on back here. 2001. That's pre all the emissions. This is a straight good diesel engine here. Volvo 770. How many miles, David?
250.
772. Series 60 Detroit. Now we are talking a fully pre-emissions Series 60. 353 rear ends, 430 to 500 horsepower. That means it can be set to either one of those. 1650 torque. 3-pedal Eaton Fuller 10-speed auto shift. Brake Smart trailer brake controller. with air over electric. 13,200 front axle. 11R 22.5s, chrome wheels, aluminum wheels. 28,000 pound air ride, fifth wheel on the back. Drum box, which we'll go check out in a minute. Heavy duty custom built bed and bumper. Bed has blah 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 blah. 150 gallon, dual 150 gallon tanks. You know, I can promise you that I will be bidding. I don't know if I'm gonna buy this, but check this thing is out. I will be bidding on this. It's got a toilet. Look down there. Even comes with toilet paper. I mean, that doesn't do me a whole lot of good since mine's built in, but could help out David on long trips. TV cabinet, so it's got an inverter because there's plugs right there. This thing is sweet. I want this truck. This folds up too, so you could like stand up through the whole thing, and then that folds down into a bed. So we wouldn't have to both cuddle up here, like you could sleep there. Look at all the storage in this thing. Push. Will do. Look at the cup holder. Got the curtains going around. There's more storage here. Dude. I'm bidding on this. You know what a sweet rig this would be for hauling, like, I got my gooseneck trailer with the fifth wheel adapter hooked to the back of this thing. We want to go down to Utah. We want to go down to Arizona to show Wrecker Rick what like a real four-wheel drive wrecker looks like. Throw it on the gooseneck behind this and take off. Yeah. I'm 100% bidding on this. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna own it, but I'm gonna try. All kinds of room for activities up here. So we got receiver, air glad hands at the back. So we can pull our military trailer behind this. Put a pintle in there. Air ride fifth wheel hitch. It does not have a gooseneck ball, but I have a fifth wheel adapter for my gooseneck, so we'll let that slide. What's in here? Dang. So much storage. Hey, what's rule number 1?
Don't buy things you want, buy things that other people want.
Forget everything I said about rule number 1. We're starting with rule number 2. Rule number 1 doesn't matter anymore. That thing is sweet. We gotta pop the hood. I didn't even do that. How's it look? Look at this. Is what a diesel engine should look like. Yeah. So this is a Detroit. My trucks have Detroits in them. There's just an engine here and that's it. There's not all this other stuff. It's just an engine. The way it should be.
Yeah.
Man, I need this truck. And yes, I said need. Yeah. You think the auction guys get mad if we sabotage it so it doesn't start?
Not if they don't know.
Where'd he go? Okay, back to serious business. Following rule number 1. Things you don't really want for yourself but you think will sell good. Service trucks all day long. That truck right there is worth 30, 40. Yeah. And we'll see what it sells for. It's got PTO driven air compressor with hose reel on it. It's got the welder on it. What size crane is this? This is a good size crane. Does not say, but good size crane on it. And then if this is a pre-max force truck, which it is, DT 466, the exact engine you want in a truck like this. This is a $30,000 to $40,000 truck sitting here. So this is back to breaking rule number 1. I love me some bucket trucks. I've owned bucket trucks. I actually bought a bucket truck from Bar None Auction, the Sacramento one. We're in Woodburn right now. I bought an old Caltrans bucket truck and I turned it into a welding truck. I use it as a welding service truck for quite a while. I bought it for $6,500. I put a battery in it and a headlight the whole time I owned it. And I ran that thing, did all kinds of welding jobs with all that stuff. And then that's why I was like super sick, and I was going in to have the surgery done to get the whole ostomy bag put in and have all my intestines removed and all that stuff. So I was gonna be out for like quite a while. Welding and being a fabricator and a like industrial welder stuff was out the window for a while. So I took that bucket truck, I took my welding gear off of it, I sold it because I wasn't gonna be able to do anything for a long time. And I took that truck right back to Bar None and I sold it for $6,500. The exact price I bought it for. Used the thing for a year probably. A headlight and a battery is all it cost me the whole time. So that was a really good deal. And having that bucket was so handy for being able to go and weld up on trailers or up on conveyor frames, the screening plants. Like having a bucket man lift on a welding truck was the way to go. I do love me some bucket trucks. Rule number 1, David.
Yep.
It's an optional rule. And also notice it has like this is the lock. So all of these doors, you shove this in, it locks all of them. Put your padlock right here and you just locked everything with one lock. Instead of going around and doing every other freaking key and then you just pull it out. and your doors are unlocked.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah. So, good job, lock.
There's definitely someone going through there trying to open all of them, and they couldn't because the all-in-one lock was put in.
Oh yeah, I wonder how many people tried that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's probably why the latch is pulled.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. They tried to pull it, it didn't work, and then they just left.
Do we need any trailers?
I don't think so.
I think I have about 20.
Yeah.
There's nothing saying you can't have 21.
Yeah.
You could sell firewood for $5 a bundle. I wonder if it comes with anything. This little trailer though, that would go good behind a Jeep. You know what you could do? Overland Expo is coming up. We can buy this. This goes for your $1,000. Get this. And then overland this thing out. Take it to Expo, we'll set up in the parking lot, and we'll sell it for 20 grand.
Yeah. Except the overlanding it would cost more than $1,000.
Well, we'll go in partners. if this goes less than $1,000 and you buy it, we'll go in partners here. And you buy the trailer, I'll put another $1,000 into overlanding this thing out. We'll put some bed in there, we'll do some stuff. Some EcoFlow, we'll see if they'll want to build up a trailer with all their power systems. And then we'll go sell it at the Overland Expo and see if we get kicked out again.
Okay.
I don't know why Overlanders hate me so much. I just want to go camping. And they get mad at me for it. It's like, I want to take a tent and drive out and go camping.
Yeah.
Sleeping bag in a tent. Like, what is... I don't want all this stuff and everybody thinks that makes me an asshole. That's got a Warren 8274 winch on the front of that trailer. That's a very sought after winch in the off-roading world. But the trailer's going to go for more than what it'd be worth to get that winch. So if you happen to see that winch on like something like this, it's going to go for dirt cheap. Just remember that. Those look like brand new.
Yeah.
There's a Red Bull truck.
Really? Pretty new.
They do. Dang. Yeah. These are brand new trucks. Both of these are. Interesting. Red Bull truck here. What if we, here's ultimate challenge. What if we buy a Red Bull truck and then we buy stuff at the auction to make big wings and mount it on it
Make
and
it
see
fly.
how far we can jump it
Yeah.
and see if Red Bull wants to sponsor it.
I think they would. People would love that idea.
Somebody's life's in danger? We're in.
Exactly.
Those ain't clean. Look at this. I mean, I guess it wasn't like a work truck, it was a Red Bull truck, so that makes sense, but it's clean. What can we do with a little cab over?
Sell Red Bull.
There we go. I'm in. Got some nice looking Chevys here, F-150s. Their truck lineup actually looks really good this month. Smart car. This is the way. You got to start this up. Did this get used to haul hay? This is a ranch rig. Why does it look like there's a baseball for the shifter? Where's
where the key goes?
Key goes in the middle? No way. Look how big the door is though. Did it fall on its side? Does it go forward and back? It's got race car gauges on the dash. One brake light works. Not both. Look at the wood grain. Fancy. All right, David, back to business. This is where there's money to be made. There's all the attachments and random stuff and pieces and all, not like this stuff here, but the used stuff over there. That's where you'll find the gems that'll go for under $1,000 and can be flipped for a profit. And again, rule number one, I know there's some stuff over there that I really want to buy for myself because I actually need it. But that kind of defeats the whole purpose of flipping stuff for a profit. I do want to look at the trailer over there that goes with that toter home. Just to see, because that toter home was in such good shape, I'd imagine the trailer is pretty decent too. Those are not cheap hydraulic rams, I can tell you that. Landing gear for a trailer. Trailer axles, I wonder what these are. 6 lug, 5 lug. 5 lugs, those are 3,500 pound axles. Super singles. 445s, these are even bigger than the ones I run on the front of my truck. Those are not cheap tires. Goodyear 445s on aluminum rims. This is some expensive tires right here. There's a lot of money sitting right there. Toolboxes, this is something you can get a lot of toolboxes like this whole package here for a few $100. Sell them on Marketplace for $200 a piece and they probably sell pretty quick and you triple your money. Make sure they're not all banged up and have all their doors and stuff. Like all these actually look pretty good.
A little rusty in there.
Yeah, it's not rusted through. That's just surface rust. Looks like a lot of these are bundles of 3 boxes. Yeah, you split them up and sell them on Marketplace one at a time for a couple $100 a piece. They'd sell real quick. Triple your money. So there's an idea for you. Shelving, I need that for the container. So I'm giving up on the side, my big fancy side open sea container. I'm turning it into storage because I need storage at my house and that whole deal is not coming back anytime soon. So I'm gonna turn it into storage. I'll probably regret that as soon as I do and I'll get called back to doing that stuff. Shelving though, there's a bunch of shelving here. I might need to buy some of that and we can put shelving in that container to make it good for storage. These are reefer units. We should buy one of these and just set it up against the side of my shop.
Yeah.
Cut a hole in it and we have AC.
Oh yeah.
you know, my shop, that the walls are about as thick as these holes right here and all the air just flows through, and none of my vehicles fit in anyway. Generators, you can do good off of generators if they all run. You could buy a bunch of junk if they don't. Welders, same thing. All these welders, you can make a lot of money on welders right here if you buy these cheap and they all work. But if they don't, they can be expensive to fix. In last month's auction, I screwed up so bad. There was a set of mat tracks here.
Really?
Yeah. It was 2 separate lots, like 2 tracks on one pallet and 2 on another. They're 2 separate lots to bid on. I saw them, I knew they're there, I looked at them, I wanted them, I forgot about the auction. And the next day I remembered, oh no, the auction was yesterday. The full set, both lots together, guess how much?
40, 50 bucks.
2,500. 2,200.
Okay.
But that's like $20,000 worth of tracks. I was very upset with myself. This is a rotary screw compressor, not a piston compressor like that right there. This is just a constant feed of high pressure, high velocity, volume, whatever, air. This is not a cheap item. If my wife sees these, it's game over and she's gonna be at all the auctions.
High-end massage chair.
High-end massage chairs. Oh, and by the way, they got a taco stand out front. It's really good. He's just cleaning the road and you're spilling right here. Can't take you anywhere. So I believe this trailer is what was towed with that Volvo toter home over there. So I would expect it to be in fairly decent shape.
Looks very nice in here.
Oh wow. Yeah. Dang. The swing out TV. A little back room here. This.
How many drawers there are in here?
No, this whole thing slides out. They even put padding on the straps for the fridge.
There's just an entire wall of drawers and cabinets.
Oh wow. Yeah, there is. When that slides out, you actually got quite a bit of room in here. Is that a bathroom on the other
I think
or closet?
Might be,
A bathroom sheet.
Shower right here.
But where's the toilet?
Maybe over there.
We're going. No, it's a closet. Where do you toilet? Oh, other door. Yeah.
Right here.
This thing's actually in really nice shape. Like, yeah. Big old bug right there. Look at the, see the soap dispensers on the wall?
I did, yeah.
You know what, like in my RV, we use like normal and they're just, yep, they left the same people. Ours are just bouncing around on the floor.
Yeah.
Because you can't put them on shelving or they fall off, so that actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Only problem is this is too, I guess the skylight's in the right spot. So I can stand up in here. So they left their note.
Yep.
2006 New Horizon 41-foot fifth wheel. On-demand hot water heater. Goodyear tires. Chrome wheels again. I think they mean aluminum. Dexter oil bath hubs. 3 8,000-pound torsion suspension. They seem like really nice people, I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, they left a nice note.
In both of them, yeah.
Yeah.
This thing is in good shape. The other problem, someone's gonna see this at an auction and think it must be a junk one or the roof leaked and tore it up. That's why it's sitting at an auction. And then no one's gonna bid high on it. When it's actually a really, really nice one. You know what that means?
You're gonna bid.
It means there's money to be made, potentially. I also didn't say I wasn't gonna bid. Dang, this thing is nice. Okay, we're not gonna. Okay, it all works. This right here is another moneymaker, David.
Yeah.
No, this.
Oh, this?
It's a trailer in a box. essentially.
Trailer and a box?
In a box. So this looks like everything you need to put this trailer together.
Uh-huh.
From what I was looking at online. Like here's your hubs. We got the spindles protected. Torsion axle, triple 53 footer. You buy this. I have ways of getting this home. You put it together and you sell it to a hotshot guy. Looks like everything is over there. I don't know what the hell this is for. It's a side dump trailer. 3 compartments. I don't know what it's for, but it's really big and it looks kind of cool. Anyway. Yeah, here's the gooseneck coupler for the front. You got your brake drums. Look at all brand new in the box. This is everything to complete this trailer. So if this trailer goes dirt cheap, you know how to repaint trailers and make them look pretty. We can put this together, paint it all up, make it look all nice, throw some lights in it. You loved drilling all those holes last time. Now this would be worth a good bit of money right here. There is so much money to be made in an auction.
Yeah.
But you have to spend a little money to do it. So, am I helping David out here? By helping him make some money and showing him the ways of the auction? Or am I creating a lifelong addiction that will have him forever broke buying things at auctions? Comment below which one you think it's going to be.
You can't be broke if you just resell it and then get
Oh, I love your attitude. I like to tell people that my savings account is parked in my yard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I am rich in depreciating assets.
Yeah.
What a great position to be in. And don't forget, David or audience viewer, still have to tell you about rule number 3,
Yeah.
which is the most important of all the rules in auction buying. Wooden blocks. Like I said, the most boring thing in this whole deal, probably this pallet or that one. I need me some wooden blocks for cribbing blocks for the low bed trailers. Especially now that I'm not just doing the sea container haul, so I have to haul regular stuff. Cribbing blocks are incredibly important on a low bed trailer. Okay, that, and a Volvo toter home. It's on my list. Do you see anything that caught your eye?
And the 4-wheel drive bucket lift.
Oh, I totally forgot about the 4-wheel drive Dodge bucket truck. Man, my wife is not going to be thrilled with me on Friday. Yeah. You see anything?
I liked the air compressor, liked the trailer,
The air compressor could be a good one.
possibly the mobile welder.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Okay, so on the low end of stuff, like the sub $1,000 budget, I didn't see a whole lot here. There's a ton of profit in on this one. The auctions vary every time. So sometimes that stuff is gold, other times not so much. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna watch the auction on Friday. You're gonna bid on what you want to bid on, or you're gonna follow rule number 3.
What's that?
The most important rule of auction buying. You don't have to buy anything at the auction. That is the most important thing. So you got to set yourself a budget and stick to it. So you give yourself, say that air compressor. Well, your budget's $1,000 because that's your budget. So let's say you gave yourself $1,000 budget on something. Stick to it. When it hits 1,000, as soon as it goes to 1,001, you're out.
Yep.
And what will happen every time is they'll go and say $100 increments. Say 1,000, can I get 1,100? You'd be like, man, it's only another $100. I'll bid it. Well, then that guy goes back, 1,200. Now to beat that, you got to pay 13. And it adds up so freaking fast that within just half a minute, and then it's sold. And you look around going, wait, I had $1,000 budget and I just spent $1,800 and I still have to pay auction fees. Now you're 80-90% over budget, which is huge. I have made that mistake on very expensive items and very cheap items. Do not get caught up in the auction emotions and the heat of the battle. You come up with a number for every item that you're interested in. Like I'm gonna come up with a number for all of this stuff in that bucket truck. When it hits that number, you're done. That's it, no more. That is rule number 3, which is the most important one of the auction buying rules. And then what'll happen, I guarantee this is gonna happen to you. You're gonna give yourself $1,000 on something. It's gonna sell for $1,100. You'd be like, if I'd have just bid one more time, I'd have had it. I missed it by that much. No, you didn't, because that other person would have come back.
Yeah.
And then come back. Just because you quit doesn't mean they were going to. So yes, it might have sold for the very next bid out of your budget, but it probably would have bid back and forth way beyond that. So you can't think of it like it was that close, so next time I'll do it. Cut it off. So we're gonna watch this auction on Friday. You guys are gonna see that in like 30 seconds. And then if you can make a good deal, make a good deal. If not, I'm opening this $1,000 flip budget to Facebook Marketplace as well. So if it doesn't work out in this auction, you have Facebook Marketplace to find something
Okay.
with a $1,000 budget to flip for a profit.
Got it.
Deal?
Deal.
All right, let's head back over the mountain. We're gonna pull up the auction, which is 2 days from now, but in this video, it's gonna be right. So it is auction day, and we're gonna see what we can come up with. We're way ahead in the stuff we're looking for, but we're spotting this little track dumper. It's well under $1,000, and head over here to Marketplace. And they're actually selling for, there's 2,000 on that one right there. It actually looks like the exact same one.
Yeah. No, it looks.
You've got your budget.
I think we go with that one if it stays under 1,000.
Click your bid. And you gotta confirm.
Winning.
You're gonna blow your whole budget in the first 30 seconds.
It could happen.
But I think that there's the same one, it looks like. If you get that for 1,000, by the time you have auction fees on top of that, put it for 1,500. You're cheaper than everyone else on here.
Yeah.
Quick $500.
Yeah, easy.
Also, in like the first 10 seconds of the auction, I already bought something too. Not like to sell because it's something I wanted. Ooh, you gonna get it?
It's looking kind of like it right now.
You just over and done with that quick? Your whole $1,000 budget?
I didn't mean to, but it happened.
That's the thing, you gotta watch for the deals in the auctions. Oh, someone gotcha. $1,000.
Never mind, we hit the budget.
Well, no, you can. The bid right now is $950. Your bid would be 1,000.
No, it would say bid 1,100.
Oh, I'm glad that you look at details like that because I don't.
Well, there goes that one.
I don't know, man. What's rule number 3?
Never go above your budget.
I feel like there's a little money to be made there.
You broke rule number 3 already.
Well, I also broke rule number 1.
Yeah.
I just followed number 2 though.
Rule number 2 is the only one you followed.
If it doesn't go this time, or if it outbids this time, then we're done.
Yeah.
This is a thing called auction fever. It has cost a lot of people a lot of money, including me, mainly me. So how the auction works is everything has a time. You see like down here and stuff that's farther, it is 12 minutes and 16 seconds before this lot closes. But once it gets into the final minute, if someone bids, it adds another minute to it. So it's not like a race to the very last second. Everybody tries to get their bids in real quick to be the highest. It gives you time to like think about, oh, outbid right there, that quick. Okay, no tracks dumper for us. But you'll see like that one there's at 900. If somebody bids, now that we're in the last minute, it'll add another minute to the time. So to win it, it has to go through a whole minute, like this one just jumped up. It has to go through a whole minute of nobody bidding for you to win it. That's how it just slowly keeps creeping up. So technically, I now did not break rule number 2.
No, you did not.
3.
3, yeah.
Because I didn't buy it. I really tried to break the rule, but I didn't. Okay, so what was your next item of interest?
Well, the truck toolboxes, I think if I got enough of them and then sold them all for more than I bought them for.
Did you do your marketplace research?
I did a lot of marketplace research.
So what's your limit on one of those pallets of boxes? Because there's 3 boxes.
I kind of came out to like $50 per toolbox. So if there's 3, then $150 would be the max.
Okay.
And then I could sell them for $100 each, or maybe $125 each on marketplace because they go for $200.
Okay. Okay. If it looks like I am really dusty, dirty, and David is covered in grass clippings, it's because it's like 4 hours later because there's so much stuff in this auction that we went outside and I ran the backhoe doing some dirt work and David's been weed eating. So we're back because we're getting into stuff we're interested in here. David's welding trailer there is already at $1,900.
Yep.
You know what that means though? We were close on our estimates of its value. And if we could have got that for 1,000, we'd have been doing really good in the double your money type of thing.
There's been
you're
quite a
hoping
few
for.
things that I've seen that I was like, yeah, I want that, and then it shot up over 1,000.
Yeah. But that means that what we figured you could sell that for pretty quickly was dead on, because that's what it's at.
Yeah.
The only problem is someone else knew that too and they paid it. Oh, hasn't sold yet. We'll see what it actually sells for. That's another thing, is watching all this, and you can see like what stuff is going for the auction and kind of help predict for future stuff. Where'd that other light tower go? Did it sell already?
Which one?
There was that red light tower in here.
Oh, it might have sold.
I think it did.
Oh, but the timer's not going down on that one.
Did it sell? It did. It sold for $1,400. Do you know how much I paid for those light towers that we donated over on the coast? We bought the 4 light towers and took them to that soccer field.
How much?
So the budget that we made from Patreon was 10 grand.
Uh-huh.
That's how much Patreon money we had to do that. I spent, I think, $13,500 on light towers. So clearly Patreon did not cover that. I threw in the rest.
Yeah.
But if I could have got them for $1,400, I spent $13,500 on 4 light towers. Plus then, I went and picked them all up all over the place and hauled them to the coast and did all that. But as far as the actual money spent, cost $13,500. And I think Patreon was actually closer to $9,590, just under 10. It was 9,000 something that we had from Patreon for that project. So, but I wanted 4, so I made it 4.
Yeah. 1,900.
1,900 it went for. So we've got this gap of stuff, and then we're to our toter home truck here, which is at 6,200. 10 is my limit on that. Because at 10, that, like, one, I'd love to have that, but also at 10, that's also a good flip.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'd want to flip it. But it's nice to.
Yeah.
I justify it to myself buying it if I could flip it.
Yeah.
Even if I really just want it for me. Okay, 9 minutes and 30 seconds before that comes up. I also forgot to mention that we are bidding on one more much bigger item in this auction, but we'll get to that as it comes. I actually haven't looked if it's gone over our budget for it or not yet.
Yeah,
so
I have no clue.
We might be bidding on one more much bigger item in this as well. Come on. Leave it alone for me. This is the nerve-wracking part.
I know. Well, because then you can wait till the last second and it bumps back up to a minute.
Yeah, and then you got a whole another minute you have to wait for the countdown again. And what pisses me off, what really annoys me, is like if somebody outbid me right now and I'm still at a point where I'm going to go higher, I'm going to bid my higher right now. Mm-hmm. People will wait the whole stupid minute countdown and then do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just wasted another minute of my life watching this and stressing out about it.
Yeah.
59 seconds, and I got it. Oh, it just moved. I thought it. Come on. Leave it alone. Don't do it, you mother. Let me have this one. Seconds. I know, I'm going to be so mad. Like, if you're going to bid on it right away. Yeah. That way we're not wasting this whole minute that it keeps adding on. Stresses me out every time it does that. Come on. Come on, let me have
15.
it. No, you mother. See, I'm not wasting anyone's time. We're gonna throw my bid right back in there. I'm still in. We're not gonna do the whole stupid minute thing. And now I gotta wait another damn minute for this. Okay, well at least that person did it right away. Also, I've done that where I've gone right back in and clicked on it, but something else disappeared, so it moved over one, and I bid on something.
Bid on the wrong thing.
Yeah, there's no backing out of the bids. You put the bid, it's your bid. Everybody leave it alone. It's a junky old Volvo. It's not worth that much. I wish, hey, auction people, what you should do, you should make this like live audio back and forth so we could all shit talk each other while we're bidding and try to psych each other out and stuff. That would make this so much more entertaining.
It would also make the auction a lot more money.
Yeah, it would. You guys, you should look into that. I need to get a hold of someone at Bar None. We need to make this happen. You know what great videos would be if me and the other bidders were all shit talking each other back and forth while this is happening? Come on, 29 seconds. Let me have it. Because if someone bids up, it's gonna be 75. My next bid will be 76. Don't do it. Come on. Oh! So one time I went to the doctor after an auction. It's like, your blood pressure's out of control. I'm like, we should have planned this for another day.
Yeah.
15 seconds. Come on. Let me have the thing. We're done. Nobody else needs to bid. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on. Closing. Doesn't mean I have it yet. I think I got it. It'd be so, again, bar none, people, if you're watching, it'd be so much more satisfying if, like, when you won, instead of just it disappears, it says, like, closing, we'll see, we're making sure, and it's gone. No, like, put some freaking confetti on the screen, bells ringing, like, make me excited to win so that I want to win more. So you guys have make more money.
You also know you won for sure.
Yeah, that would be nice before I start bidding on more crap. I'm fairly certain I own that. Oh, here's what bums me out. Look at this. The four-wheel drive Dodge bucket truck is already at $6,800. The one I had bought was a 2003 Ford F550 Triton V10, all modern, super nice, built-in generator, all the stuff fancy, like all of it on there, and I got it for 65 or 6,200 bucks, something like that. This thing's already at 68.
Yeah.
Bids. Oh, here it is. I won it. I lost your dumper though. I tried bending the rules for you.
Yeah.
I still lost it.
More.
Yeah. I'm gonna send a picture of this to my wife.
You actually got it for quite a bit less than your maximum was.
Yeah. So here's a fun fact. We actually met one of the main guys from the auction there while we were over looking at the stuff. So we have the backstory for that toter home. More than just the note they left in. We got the actual backstory on it and how it ended up at that auction and the people who had it before. So I think when we go get it would be an appropriate time to tell where it came from and how it ended up at the auction and how that made me so much more comfortable buying that thing. Maybe he was just a really good salesman.
It's actually a piece of shit. And he just just wrote all kinds of stuff about it.
He wrote the notes and told us the story on it. I'm watching you, Ben. Okay, we got a response back. Did you win? Ha, just zoomed in. I see that you won the truck. Good job, babe. See, a supportive wife who appreciates my auction editions. That's what every guy needs in their life. You got to find you one of them. Oh, bummer, it went over too. So I was going to make you a business proposition where, since I was under my budget on my item, I would double your budget and like I'd go in halves with you on it. Which would give a $2,000 budget, but it just went over two.
Too late now.
Dang.
That was probably the best possible one too. Like,
there's a lot of room there. It's going to take a lot of work.
Yeah. Like
a lot of labor, time, and work, more than pretty much anything else. But it probably has the most margin in there because it needs so much work. So if you're willing to do the work. And the other thing with that one is like, you have to have some way to haul that out of there and lift it and move it and everything, which I do.
Yep.
But I was going to match your 1,000 and go in with you on it, but it went over that too.
Yep.
And we still have our other item we're waiting on. So we can't blow everything yet.
Yep.
I think the idea we just came up with for a video out of an auction vehicle is going to be much better than spending all summer rebuilding that.
Yeah.
We got a cool idea. We need some help in pulling it off. We're going to have to look into some legalities. We're going to have an outside company probably help with the money side of it. But I think we just came up with a really cool, really fun idea to buy something at auction and make a lot of money that we can donate to charity and have a fun adventure along the way. And we just came up with it right now, which is why I can't give you any more details because I don't have any. Okay, so now we wait for the biggest ticket item of all. Item of all? Item of all. Okay, here it is. The matching, over here now, the matching 41-foot triple axle fifth wheel RV that toter home pulled around all over the country. And we are going to be bidding on this, but not for the reason that you think. You gotta add the suspense so they keep watching.
Yeah.
So we walked through this thing as well. Oh, that was in the video already. That was like days ago, so I kind of forgot what we did. But yeah, you guys know. You saw it like 5 minutes ago. Okay. Oh, I better bid.
You better bid before it runs
Quit
out.
talking to the camera and bid on the stupid thing. I'm that jackass who runs it all the way down to the last second and then bids. Hey, no. $7,600. So we're at a $10,000 limit on this as well. That's our cap for this one. Stop moving. Okay, we're within the final minute again. That thing was really nice.
It was.
It's a deal at anything under 10. Well, it's a deal well over 10 as well, but it's an extra deal at, you son of a... 7,800. Go for it. My phone's over here. Outbid notice. Outbid notice. Outbid notice. Vibrating over across the table. Ah. 8,000. See, this is where the shit talking part would come in.
Yeah.
Maybe just for the last minute, it should open it up. Live mics back and forth for the final 60 seconds every time. I would love that game.
It would be
Ah, 82. Now we're minute 30. We're going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
We're going up in price and longer in time.
Yep.
You bastard. 84. Not wasting no time. 45 seconds. Give me the freaking trailer so I can hook my new toter home to it and pull it out of there with the two paired back up like they were meant to be.
Yep.
Because that's how they were. And then it would be so much better to tell them the story of the two if we had both of them.
Both of them together.
Yeah, that would make it a lot better. 20 seconds. Come on. Let me have it here. It'd make the YouTube story so much better. It's 90% of the reason I want it. Come on. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where is my confetti? Where is my bells and cheers? And they should have like an audience cheering like in the old TV shows.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it, right?
Got it though.
Okay, so we got the
Yeah,
toter
both.
and the matching trailer.
Yep.
You know what that means?
Story.
Well, I gotta send another text to my wife.
Oh yeah, that too.
Okay. All we're gonna do is send a photo. Let's see how that goes. Alright, back to the auction. So how far do we got until the next thing we're interested in? Okay, update from the next day. Being the biggest auction bar none has ever had as far as number of items in the auction, it obviously meant that was the longest one they've ever had, that I've seen anyway. It started at 8:30 in the morning, went till almost 7 o'clock that night. So obviously we weren't going to sit there and stare at a computer that long, but the items David was interested in for seeing if he could flip and make a profit off of, we're way towards the end of the auction. So what we ended up doing, so we just went on to those items and I had him put his max bid, the most he was willing to spend out of his budget on each of those items. Then we just walk away from it and leave it. And then later that night, I went back and checked, and 2 of those lots, auction items, he won. So David did get some stuff to clean up, go through, see what he can flip and make a profit on. I ended up buying another couple items as well, which means our next step is to head over the auction, get our winnings, go through what we got, what we're gonna do with it, but that is for another video because this one's long enough already. So if you don't wanna miss that, click right here to make sure you're subscribed and won't miss it. And while you wait, you can watch this video right here. And yeah, I don't know if that's gonna be the next video that pops up on this channel because, you know, the weekend comes up, recovery, stuff like that, but it will come up eventually. So click here to subscribe, click here to watch something else, and we'll see you next time.